It's me, hard 8 times. It's the truth for YouTube. Your favorite commentator's favorite commentator. Yeah. What's up, people? What's happening? Make sure you go check out my last video, Dudes Get Roasted Again. It'll be down in the video response section just in case you missed it. You dig? Now, make sure you go check that out, get your laugh on. That's what we do. We clown fanboys. We make fun of fanboys. You dig? Corporate slaves. Alright, but anyway, let's get on to this real shit, man. We done with that right now. Let's talk about this real shit. So, I did not get the job at Best Buy. Now, for the people that was praying for my downfall, let's just give them a moment of silence while they celebrate. Okay. I did not get the job at Best Buy. They went with another person. I was up against 7 or 8 people, something like that. I didn't even know that. I didn't find that out until the 3rd interview. But, yeah, I was up against some other people. I felt like after the 3rd interview, I felt like I didn't have the job anyway. And if you don't know, the 3rd interview was on Friday. I felt like, even like going into the 3rd interview, I just felt like I wasn't going to get the job. I don't know why. I know why, but that's just what happened. As I was going into the 3rd interview, a person that he was interviewing right before me was coming out. It was a white girl. And when I looked at her, and I'm just, the first thing that came to my head was like, oh, so I got to see a little bit of my competition. Yeah, no, I don't think this is going to go my way. You understand what I'm saying? I just felt like, I'm just going to call a ball, a strike, man. The whole black thing, it just always comes up with me, man. It always comes up. And that's just because I deal with reality. Let's keep it real. The whole black and white thing is still very relevant in today's time, even though it's 2012. Most of the time a white person will get a job over a black person. It doesn't matter. Let's just call a ball, a strike. Racism is still strong. We see it every day in the news. We see it in these videos, in the comment section. We see it. Now, when I saw her, I just felt like, damn, I don't think I got a chance. And I'm going to explain a little bit more why I felt like this. Now, I don't know why I didn't get the job. Like I said, the 3rd interview, it went perfect. It went great. It went better than the 2nd interview. All the interviews went how they were supposed to go. Like, I wish they recorded them, or, I could have recorded them and you could have fucking seen the interviews. I can show it to you, because they all went great. They couldn't have went any better. Like, if I had to go back and do it all over, there's nothing that I would change. If I did fuck up in the interview, I would tell you. I'm not here to lie to my goddamn self. I'm gonna keep it real with myself. If I fucked up at any point, I would let y'all know, like, damn, man, I did fuck up at this one point where, I slipped up and I cursed. No, none of that. I did everything by the book. I'm in the interview. I'm sitting up straight. I'm making eye contact. I'm conducting myself like a civilized adult. I was dressed properly. Everything. I was spoken. I was, well spoken. Everything I had to do, I did. I was on time. Everything. So when I think about it, and I'm like, yo, how did I not get this job? I start to think even more, and you can go with a couple of reasons, but I really don't know. Now, what I found out is that one of my strong points I was trying to push home to these employers was I was trying to let them know that my knowledge for PC is pretty deep. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I don't know everything. I'm learning every day about computers. I self-educate myself. Every day I'm doing research, learning new things, and trying to figure things out every day. But as of right now, my knowledge for PC is pretty damn deep. Like, I know some people say it's not hard, but I can build a computer. I know a lot of people that can't build a computer from scratch. I can. You know what I mean? So I was trying to let the employers know this at the interviews. Like, listen, if anything, at least I know what's going on. At least I know about the product that I will be trying to sell. At least I will be able to help the average person that walks into Best Buy looking for anything that has to do with computers. Now, we all know the average person that walks into the Best Buy that might be looking for computers don't know anything about computers, right? Also, I found out that most of the people that's working there don't know about computers. 3 different people interviewed me. I told you about the second interview I had with the one guy. He was the primary interviewer, and he had to go to the bathroom, so he sent his computer guy over to fill me out. And then the third guy was the district manager. All 3 of them pretty much gave me my props on my knowledge for PC, and all 3 of them clearly stated that I know much more about computers than they do. Now, the district manager, he was like, he'd been in the computer department at Best Buy for like 10 years. So when he said that to me, I was like, oh, so you know a lot about computers. And he was like, I really don't know much at all. He was like, you know much more than me. And he went on to tell me about how a lady came in and she wanted to know what was the difference between AMD and Intel. And he didn't know. Now, when he told me that, I'm in my head like, are you kidding me? Really? But it also let me know that, you know what? At the end of the day, I don't even think knowledge and peace and computers even matter. I don't really think it matters, because if you look at him, he's a district manager and he has little to no knowledge about computers. So I started to think like, man, this shit ain't looking too good. Now, like I said, the interview went great, but I just felt like I'm up against 7, 8 other people. I wonder how many of them got a fucking background. I wonder how many of them is black. I just, you just wonder. All types of shit goes through your head. All types of things go through my head. So after the interview, he was like, yeah, you'll get a call in 24 to 48 hours. He was like, if you don't get a call, then you didn't get a job. You didn't get the job. So this was Friday. So, I'm like, oh, man, I got to sit around and wait. All right. So Saturday went by. I didn't get a call. Sunday came and it was about like 3:30. I still ain't get no call. Now I'm anxious. I'm trying to find out what is going on. Is it yay or is it nay? Let me go ahead and I called them. So I called them because they told me to call if I had any concerns. So I called them and I found out I didn't get the job. So I didn't even ask like why. I should have been like, why? Like, I really want to be like, what? That's some bullshit. Why the fuck I ain't get the job? What are you saying? I'm not qualified? Come on. But anyway, that's what I wanted to say, but of course I didn't say that. But I wonder, like, why the hell didn't I get this job? These interviews couldn't have went better. I know exactly what I'm doing when it comes to computers. Like I said, I don't know everything, but I'm learning every day. But for what I know now, it's a lot more than I knew 8 months ago. So, or 9 months ago, or whatever. So, I'm like, why the fuck didn't I get the job? So you start thinking. Of course, the fucking wheels start spinning. So, of course, the whole, oh man, did I not get it because I'm black? And it's like, I even feel like a lame even thinking like that. But reality is, that is a possibility. You understand what I'm saying? That is a possibility, but I don't want to believe that. So then I also start thinking, well, it had to be my background. It had to be my background. But then I start thinking, well, maybe it was because of my job experience. Now, I haven't had a lot of jobs in my life. I only had 2. They was both in retail, Boscov's and this place called Hegginger's, which is like, it was like a Home Depot before it went out of business. That's the only 2 jobs I had. So I start to think, well, was it because of my job experience? But then I think about the whole job experience thing. I'm thinking like, well, if you know about a product, then you can sell it. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't really matter about your experience or if you worked at a store before. If you have knowledge on something that you're selling, you can sell it. Now, if you don't have knowledge, that's where you know, it doesn't matter if you had sales experience. What if somebody else that had 10 years in retail that was, you know, looking for the job, but they don't know anything about computers? It don't matter how much experience they got in retail. If they don't know nothing about computers, how are they going to sell one? Because if somebody asks them one of those questions like, well, what's the difference between, you know, 4 gigs of RAM and 8 gigs of RAM, and they can't answer it, then, you know, how are you going to sell something? So I feel like job experience has nothing to do with it. I know about the product. I, you know, mentioned it to them plenty of times. They even complimented me on knowing about the product. So I don't think that's a problem, because if you know about something, you can sell it. That's how I feel. Of course, I start thinking about the background. At the end of the day, I think it was the background. If I had to take a guess on why I didn't get the job, I would say it was my background. Because I don't see no other reason why. It damn sure wasn't nothing that happened at these interviews. They went too flawless, man. Like, they went too good. They went better than I ever expected that they would go. It just went too good. The conversation just flowed too easily. It was just, I never tripped over questions or anything like that. So it couldn't have been the goddamn interviews. It couldn't have been. I can't believe that. So it's either two things, my background or I'm black. And the whole I'm black, that shit sounds so fucking lame. I feel like an asshole even saying that. But reality is that this whole racism shit is still alive and well. It's still alive and well. And, you know, to be honest, and I go to that Best Buy all the time, and I swear it's only 2 black people in that whole store. And that's the black dude that looked like a goddamn temptation that worked in the TV section, because he sold me a TV before. And you got a black lady that works in the gaming section. That's the only 2 black people. Oh, and the computer dude. And the one computer dude. 3 black people in that whole store that I ever seen in that store. And I go to that Best Buy pretty frequently because I be getting Blu-rays and shit from there. But yeah, so, you know, I don't want to go with that. I don't want to believe that. I don't believe that. But it could be a possibility. My thing, if I had to guess, if anybody asked me, why you think you didn't get the job? My background. Point blank, period. I think it was my background. That's all I believe. That's what I believe. I think it was the background. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. Why do y'all think I didn't get the job? Mind you, interviews went perfect. I was on time. Everything by the book. I did everything to the fucking T, by the book. So if you had to take a guess, why would you think I didn't get the job at Best Buy? So let me know down in the comments. This your boy Hard 8, and I'm out. Deuces.
Hey! New shoes on the Range Rover, good with mine. Motherfuckers act like I ain't